For example, some people in our communities go around saying time is money, time is money. And they truly believe that time is money. This means they will continue to exchange their time for somebody else's money. When in the real sense of true philosophies, time is not just more valuable than money, but time is infinitely more valuable than money. My name is Babatunde Olaniro, and I welcome you all to the Blow Council. Today we'll be discussing time management and how to master time management.
Welcome to the Blow Council, where we talk about everything personal development and business development.
What is time management and why is it so important for success in life and in business?
Time management is a very deep subject because the concept of time management anchors itself on one resource that is arguably the most valuable resource known to man, and that resource is time. Time, again, is arguably the most valuable of all assets we have, and I remember my mentor speaking about time and money as very valuable assets, but he stated clearly that time is more valuable than money. This is because you can get more money, but you cannot get more time. And this means that time is a finite resource, and once used, cannot be retrieved or replenished. Although you can buy back your time with resources available to you, but I think we can discuss that in another video another day. Time management is the ability to properly allocate resources to activities within a given amount of time to achieve a beneficial and purposeful result. It involves the conscious planning and controlling of time spent on tasks in order to improve the efficiency of the results. I would also say that time management is all about value creation. And managing your time properly depends on the amount of value you can create within a specific amount of time, which means when you allocate resources properly within a specific time frame, it should create the value expected from its results.
What are some common time management mistakes people make?
You know, many of the time management mistakes you find people making are ones they do without even knowing that they are making those mistakes. And this is because those mistakes are deeply rooted in having fundamentally poor philosophies about time. For example, some people in our communities go around saying time is money, time is money. And they truly believe that time is money. This means they will continue to exchange their time for somebody else's money. When in the real sense of true philosophies, time is not just more valuable than money, but time is infinitely more valuable than money. An example is when some people say they get paid for the time they spent working, which means if that person gets paid 10,000 naira per hour, then they are worth only that much per hour. In the actual sense of it, you don't get paid for time, but you get paid for the value you put in the time. So the more value you can put in your hour, the more money you can make within the same amount of time, which means you can increase the amount of money you can make within an hour by merely increasing the value you put into that same hour. And of course, this comes as a result of your ability to allocate your resources appropriately within that given amount of time that you have. I would also say that there are other common time management mistakes, such as some wanting to do everything by themselves. This is common usually when a person has very little or no real understanding of how to delegate tasks to achieve more within the same amount of time. Another thing will be cutting corners with critical tasks in a project. This is also a common mistake of time management, and this one I'm sure will be more familiar with those of you who are project managers. In a project, there are tasks that are known as critical tasks on a project's critical path. So you do not cut corners with these tasks, or else you will find yourself spending more time on the entire project and failing at managing your time appropriately.
Can you share practical techniques or tools for better time management?
I wouldn't exactly classify some of the things I would share here as tools and techniques for better time management, but I'm sure you will be able to apply them into the things you do to help you manage your time a lot better. First, I would say is proper planning and preparation. Making plans and preparation for your day, your week, your month, your year are crucial to effective time management. I would also talk about your ability to break down tasks into smaller, manageable parts. This is also very essential to effectively manage your time. We can, go into further details of how to do that in other videos. Another one will be embracing the philosophy of high activity, and this means that you should always be ready to take quick, meaningful actions that will save you time. Also, having the right philosophy and attitude towards time. For example, the concept of African time gives credence to an attitude of coming late to time-bound engagements. A person with an African time mentality will always find himself lacking in time management. It's just as simple as that. Then also understanding the importance and value of time itself is also key, because a lot of people don't exactly know how valuable time is. But once you know your time should not be wasted, and that once it's wasted, it's gone forever, you will surely want to make wise decisions with your time. You must also become a master at taking timely action. If you notice, I'm not just talking about taking action, but taking timely action. Taking consistent and timely action is a high attribute for mastering time management. Another one will be the ability for you to delegate tasks. Your ability to know what tasks to delegate, who to delegate certain tasks to, will also make you a very efficient time manager and efficient with time management.
How can entrepreneurs prioritize tasks to focus on what truly matters?
This is a very important one because it's important to know how to prioritize tasks generally. Which means knowing what to do now, what is important to do now, and what can wait until later time to do. The ability to prioritize tasks can be the single distinguishing factor between a high achiever and a medium or low achiever. Isn't it interesting that many people get very busy doing insignificant things? And I'm sure you do not want to wake up at the end of your life to find out you have spent significant amount of your time on insignificant things. So I would say that in order to know what to prioritize and how to prioritize, here are some things you should take into consideration when deciding what to do now and what to leave for later. First, I would say weigh the consequences of the activity. If something has a high potential consequence versus a low potential consequence. When you weigh an activity and see that it has a high potential consequence, you may want to pay more attention to such activities. While on the other hand, if you can weigh an activity and see that it has low potential consequence, then you can gradually take more time to accomplish such tasks. Again, we'll discuss this some more in other videos to shed more light on it. Another thing is understanding the urgency and importance of tasks. Make notes of the tasks and arrange them in the order of importance. You should also arrange them in the order of urgency. Some tasks may be important but not very urgent, while others may be important and urgent at the same time. So knowing this will help you know which tasks to do based on their urgency and their importance. So effective time management is more than crucial in both your personal and your business life. Time is one factor that I believe should not be joked with, should not be played with. Time, as we mentioned earlier, is arguably the most valuable resource that we are all given. And more importantly, doing the right things with our time, goes a long way in how our life eventually turns out. So I would employ all of us to be cognizant about how we take our time, be cognizant about who we spend our time with, be careful about how we spend our time. And I can tell you that time in itself will be faithful to you if you take care of time. Thank you guys for watching us again today. My name is Babatunde Olaniran as usual, and keep watching the Blow Council.